Now, there's been a development on the group of Australians who are heading home after being stranded on that hantavirus cruise ship. The flight plan for the group, who do have to quarantine when they arrive home, has now been confirmed. Keep in mind they've been stuck in the Netherlands while we've been waiting for our government to find a suitable plane and a suitable crew to fly them back to Australia. The president of the Western Australian Medical Association, Kyle Hoath, says it is a very tricky logistical operation.
Yeah, so to our understanding, a plane has been secured now to bring these Australians and the New Zealanders back into the country. They're still waiting on some refuelling situations. I think at the moment they haven't been able to secure a country for the plane to land to refuel, which seems to be one of the blockers. Also, I think just waiting on confirmation that a crew has been picked for the flight. Now that we know that the crew will be quarantined once they arrive in WA.
This is a pretty big deal, isn't it, in terms of the quarantining of staff? What about staff at the quarantine facility? Will they have to be essentially quarantined as well and stay there?
Yeah, in effect, yeah. So there are systems in place so that the people who would have any risk of being exposed at the quarantine facility are not posing any risk to the broader community. So the good news is the facility was built during COVID for exactly this. It was built with this in mind. It's what it's for. Thankfully, we haven't had to use it yet, but this is an opportunity to use a facility that gets people home quicker, gets them into a safe place where we can care for them and monitor them. Hopefully they don't contract the virus and don't become unwell, but in the unlikely event that they do, there's somewhere we can look after them.
Yeah, we know that this virus doesn't spread very easily. Do we have any update on the condition of these people coming back?
Yeah, so currently no one has been, no one's sick, no one's infectious, and it's something that will be monitored obviously during the quarantine period. And we know it can take quite a long time for people to become unwell or for the virus to be detected, sort of as long as 6 weeks potentially. So although we're saying 3 weeks quarantine at this stage, we've been asking to make sure that's re-evaluated continually through the process in case it needs to be longer. And the Health Minister came out yesterday saying that, look, we will re-evaluate, and if it needs to be longer, it will. And I think that's the right approach to take at the moment.
Have you been in touch with the repatriation teams or any of the staff, the government? How does that work? How does the AMA's role work here? Yeah,
a large part of our role is making sure that the medical staff that will be on the ground floor, if you like, of the facility looking after these Australians as they return home are themselves looked after. So we don't want to see anyone unnecessarily in a risky position. So making sure that our workers are safe too. So they'll be fully decked out in their PPE. I think every possible way that this could be spread being accounted for. But it's important that we make sure we look after them as much as we do the people coming back to the country.
That's Kyle Hoath there. He is the president of the Western Australian branch of the Australian Medical Association.